Dear students, Assalamu alaikum. I am Mazhar from Peace College, Aptabad. Today I will present my orientation class on English. Okay? And at the same time I will discuss and explain your paper and the textbook, and apart from that I will also discuss the importance of English. Okay, first of all let's start from the format of your paper. In your annual paper, the assigned time is 3 hours. Means the assigned time for the paper is 3 hours. Total 100 marks paper. Okay, and there would be 3 sections in the paper. Okay, now let's discuss different sections. First of all, section A. In section A, the assigned marks are 20. There would be 20 MCQs. 20 MCQs and 20 marks. Okay, the MCQs would be there from a textbook, and we call it comprehension or MCQs of comprehension. There, that would be given from your lessons, from your text, from your prose lessons. Okay, I mean to say that those MCQs of comprehension would be there from the text, from the prose lessons, and it would be inside from the sentences or from the structures of the sentences. And secondly, there would be vocabulary at the end of the lesson. You see, there would be some MCQs which would be given from the vocabulary, which are there from the at the end of each lesson. Secondly, MCQs from grammar in the exercise. Now you see there would be 2 or 3 MCQs which would be there from the exercise, and the grammar from the exercise. So there would be MCQs like from preposition, from adjective, from adverb. Now at the same time, MCQs might come from figure of speech like metaphors, simile, oxymoron, antithesis, etc. So 1 or 2 MCQs might be given from figure of speech. Okay, so in section A we have 20 marks, 20 MCQs, and I told you what type of MCQs might come from the text, from the grammar, okay, and from the figure of speech which might be there from in your exercise. Okay, then we have section B. In section B we have total marks 50, means the assigned marks for section B are 50. You would be given 13 parts or 13 short questions. In 13, the student will supposed to attempt how many? 10 parts will be attempted. Means the students will attempt 10 parts out of 13. The total marks are 50. Okay, and part number 1 and part number 2, which are there from poetry, including paraphrase and explanation with reference to the context. So those first 2 parts are compulsory. Okay, then after these 2 parts you are supposed to attempt 8 parts out of the 11. So total there will be 10 parts that you will attempt, and 15 marks are assigned marks. Okay, then in section C. In section C we have total 4 short questions, rather I would say long questions. Okay, and the students will attempt 3 out of them. Okay, and the assigned marks for this section, they are 30 marks. Okay, total there would be 4 questions, any 3 will be attempted. Now you see these section B starts with question number 1. Now question number 2 starts in a section C. Question number 2, essay writing. Now you see this question is compulsory. You will write an essay on any one topic, and there would be 3 topics, and you are supposed to write on any one of those topics. 10 marks are assigned marks for that essay question. Okay, now then question number 3 will start with the 2 parts. In one part there will be change the narration, and the assigned mark for that section would be 5 marks, and the second part will start with pair of words, and pair of words having 5 marks. Okay, so the total marks are 10 for question number 3. Then we have question number 4. In question number 4 we have summary of any lesson. Okay, you will write summary of any lesson, and the assigned marks for those, means for that summary, they are 10 marks. Now question number 5. In question number 5 we have a question from those two plays which are there in your textbook, okay, of Shakespeare. So there will be character sketch or any other question from those two plays, and the assigned marks for those two plays are 10 marks. Okay, so this is section B. Section C. Now you see, let me tell you something about your textbook. In your textbook we have total 7 units. In each unit there are 2 prose lessons and 1 poem. Mean 2 lessons from prose and 1 would be a poem from poetry. So there would be total 3 lessons. Okay, then we have in these 7 units we have total 12 lessons from prose. We have total 12 lessons from prose, and there are 6 poems. There are total 6 poems. Okay, now you see in each unit we have 1 poem. Total we have 7 units. In each unit we have 1 poem, and in the last 7th unit there is no poem. There is nothing from poetry. Okay, in the 7th unit we have only 2 plays of Shakespeare. One is the King Lear and one is Merchant of Venus. So this is the format of your annual paper. Okay, I hope that you have understood. Now let me tell you something about English, that why we try to learn English, why it is so much important. You know that without English it would be impossible for a student to improve himself or his own self. Now you see, first of all, importance of English. As you know that it is an international language. Now why it is international language? Because it is understood, it is spoken. Okay, it is written all over the world. Means that you can interact, you can conversate, you can make relationship with any citizen in the world through English. So it is international language because it is spoken all over the world, and it is spoken mostly all over the world, but next to Chinese. But Chinese language is only limited to Chinese continent. That is not an international language because that is limited to confined to only Chinese continent. That is not international language. But English is spoken or understood almost all over the world. Okay, so this is international language. Functionally better than other languages. You know that all languages are similar. Theoretically they are all similar, they are all same. There is no difference between the languages. But so far its functions are concerned, so English is far more better than other languages, okay, with respect to its functions. So it is functionally better than all other languages of the world, because as you know that it's international language, so mostly the functions are executed, they are conducted, okay, in what? In English language. So that is functionally far more superior than other languages. Now the next we have a language of relationship among Commonwealth countries. You know that before Second World War, about 50 states were dominated by East Indian Company. I mean to say that Britain's English people were governing about 50 states. Okay, they were ruling over 50 states, so those are known as Commonwealth countries, which were serving as their colonies. So those states, those countries which were ruled by East Indian Company before the Second World War, they are called Commonwealth countries. So mostly the people of those Commonwealth countries are interacting and they are making relationship, okay, through English. I mean to say it is a source of relationship between the citizens of Commonwealth countries. Okay, so that is why it is very important. Okay, then we have language of international media and internet. As you know that it is an age of media, of internet. So mostly you get information, you try to entertain yourselves. Okay, many things that you do through internet, that is not possible without English. So English, I mean to say, a key. It's a backbone of international media and internet. 70% of the world publication is in English. Now you see, you know, and rather you should know, that there are thousands of languages in the world having even no written form, no grammar at all. Means in those thousands of languages, about 70% of the world publication, means the magazines, the books are published in English language. 70%. Now the rest of 30% are published in other languages like Chinese, like Urdu, etc. So you can imagine it imports in the, it means in the publication, means 70% of the world publication. You can imagine, you can just feel the importance of English language. Okay. Now you see, it is our official language, as you know. Mostly in our offices for our official correspondence we use English. It is also the language of our legal process. Okay, it is our official language. Mostly it is used in offices for correspondence. Okay, for sending messages, for sending letters. Now you see, language of world entertainment and business. You know, most you entertain yourself on net. Okay, by understanding, through understanding of English. If you don't know about English, you can't even entertain yourself. Okay, it sports you, it entertain you, it amuse you. Why? Because you know about English. If you don't know about English, you would not be able to understand even a single word. Okay, you will not be able to entertain yourself even for a minute, because so that is why English is a lifeblood of the current media. Okay. Key to success in the present world. Now you see, provide career opportunities if you want to improve yourself, if you want to get or to secure a good job, if you want to be even a respectable citizen in the society, you know, so you should know about English, because English is very important. Your interviews, your all competitive exams, whether it is CSS or PMS or anything else. So without English you cannot do better. So it is very, very important for you to know about English. Rather, I would say that you should think in English, you should speak in English, and you should write in English. Understand? You should make it a part of your lives, because without English, your success, your accomplishment is impossible. Remember. Okay, language of modern science and technology, mostly the recent inventions or innovations, any kind of discoveries that are being made, that are being executed, that have taken place. With that, mostly it is the language of those modern means discoveries. It is the language of modern science and technology. Many means researches, many discoveries, many exploration, many innovation which have taken place, okay, in the world, means it is the language of all those discoveries and innovations. So this is very important. In short, I would say that English is the chattering of birds. It is the chattering of birds. It is the whispering of lovers. It is the humming of bees. It is the pattering of rain. And it means a source of success. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.